Rock My Monkey TV. Sitting here with Nightrage. They just released the album Insidious, and I don't know what's the story behind Insidious.
First thing, we write the lyrics along with Antony on the last two albums. So we have a really good working relationship, working together. And actually, on the, I think we have the same mindset about things. We're talking about on this album, especially on Insidious, we're talking about the darker side of the human beings and how such a behavior affects our lives in general. And also, we are getting experiences from our own kind of life experiences and put it on the lyrics. So it's all about we like to talk about real stuff, not about fantasy lyrics or stuff like that. Maybe Antony also can explain some themes about the lyrics.
Yeah, we speak more about like Joe Nunez. This is our drummer Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Nice to meet you. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah, mostly like Mario said, we speak a lot about like real stuff, like music in general. Most of these bands that play death metal are always talking about like death and destruction and gore and all that kind of shit, and we kind of talk about like stuff that a normal person can sort of relate to, without giving too much away from the lyrics.
Now, when it comes to inspiration for lyrics, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're actually from Greece, correct?
Yeah, actually the band started in Greece with my bandmate at the time from Firewind and Ozzy Osbourne. We fixed the band together in summer of 2000, and it was after actually my old band Exhumation split up, and I just wanted to continue playing that kind of music, melodic death metal with aggressive vocals and some kind of progressive and power metal influences in the music, and that way we did a demo together with Gus, and then we sent it to Fredrik Nordström in Fredman studio. He really actually liked the demo a lot, and then that was actually the reason for me to move permanently in Sweden for 9 years, living there and build the band and trying to find well-minded musicians to be with the band.
Now, with all the turmoil happening in your home country, was any of that inspiration for any of the songs on Insidious?
Well, actually, at the time, things were better. I think I left like in December of 2000. The main reason for me was that I was really disappointed of how things were in about music in Greece. It was like a dead end. I couldn't find band members to play with. My band split up. The guys weren't interested to play music, so I felt kind of disappointed. It was also personal things affects me, and actually this album is a very personal album for me. The lyrics that I wrote and the music that I did, it was really personal, and I'm glad actually after this adventure, I can call it an adventure, I realized this album and make it a dream come true, for me.
All right. Now, so how did you get hooked up with the band, and do you have roots before Nightrage that you people might be able to know you from?
Yeah, I had a couple of bands I was in the States that were sort of the same genre as Nightrage, like melodic death metal. Some were more thrash bands, and but I got in touch with Marius through a friend of mine actually was on the label. Life Force, and he told me through the grapevine that he heard that Nightrage needed a singer, and I contacted Marius and said, hey, check me out, and he sent me some demos. I recorded them in a studio. He liked it, and I went to Sweden and we did some rehearsals and stuff like that, and then I was pretty much in the band, so it was pretty quick, pretty easy. So and we really meshed well together too. Like after that writing, like the first song we ever wrote together was Failure of All Human Emotions. Yeah, on the previous album, yeah. And I remember from the first moment we wrote that together, it was like, wow, like we had the same idea of lyrics and like vocal stuff, like just perfect,
Antony vocal, sorry. that Antony is a guy that really wanted to be in the band, because on the previous album, New Disease is Born, we make a little bit of a change on the vocal side. So this time we really wanted to bring back life to that kind of vocals that we have on the first two albums, like Sweet Vengeance and Descend with Chaos. So for me, Antony is like the cousin of Thomas Lindbergh. His voice is really similar to this kind of feeling. So we are really happy with him, actually.
Now, one thing that I'll be honest, I'm not like hugely familiar with the Nightrage material, but one thing I did notice when you guys were up there playing is, you guys are kind of classified as death metal, but the music had so much more depth than most death metal bands out there. You guys had ebbs and you guys had flows, and his vocals kind of varied a little bit. How important is it to you to kind of separate yourself from the? And do you even consider it death metal?
We call it melodic death metal. That's the genre, I guess, is like, melodies and, stuff like that with the aggressive stuff too. So.
Okay. But I mean, your vocals are also, melodic death metal. There's a lot of bands that call themselves melodic death metal, but all the vocals are bah, 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 and it's like, wow, that's about as melodic as I fart after a bean burrito.
Yeah, I guess like sometimes those bands really focus on the music too. Like Arch Enemy is a good example. They don't have any clean vocals, but I would definitely call them a melodic death metal band because of all the melodies that they have, like with the guitars and even with the bass. I think Shirley adds like a lot of feel to the bass with the melodies and everything. But I mean, yeah, we have clean vocals in our songs too, but we don't overdo it. We just put them in the right spot when it's needed.
Yeah.
Not just crazy about it.
Well, but I mean, also you're just doing the gruff vocals. So many bands do gruff vocals, and all the gruff vocals sound the same.
Yeah.
So, what do you do to? Is there anything that you kind of try and keep in mind to make sure that you're not kind of doing that monotone, bare on the mic vocal?
Yeah, I don't know. It just comes natural. I've been doing this since fucking 1991 or 92 or something. So. Which is how old I am, but yeah, I've been doing it for a long time, and I just have my own thing, I guess, and that's, I think, what Marius heard when I first auditioned was like it wasn't trendy, and I'm not like somebody, I don't know, I do what I feel is natural, and it just so happens it works with this band, so.
Cool. All right, now you guys are being taken on this tour, and correct me if I'm wrong, but has Nightrage ever done a coast-to-coast tour of the U.S. before? Is this the introduction to America?
Actually, this is the second time for us. We did a tour in 2005, back in 2005 with God Dethroned, Thine Eyes Bleed. I don't remember some other bands too. Mantis, yeah, it was Mantis as well. It was a really cool tour. It was a good experience for us, learning the territory. We realized at the time, oh man, you need at least 2-3 tours to just learn the territory. It's a huge territory to tour, and for us coming back after those years, it feels really great, and we see a lot of people waiting for us, a lot of fans telling us like, hey guys, we just waiting for you so long time, and that makes us really happy, and it's a reason for us to come back as soon as possible and play a better set, a longer set, and more songs on the next tour, American tour.
Now your album just came out. And we're just about getting into the non-touring season where weather doesn't permit it. But what are going into 2012? What are the plans for Nightrage? And are you guys going to maybe come back in the spring?
Yeah, like I said before, we are planning to come back on the next year, doing another North American tour. Also, at this time, we're working on a European tour to take place in February 2012, along with Deadlock and Threat Signal, and some other cool bands. I'm not sure about this because it's not confirmed yet, but we're working on it. And also doing European festivals next summer. That's our aim for the moment.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have anything to say in closing to all the fans of Nightrage or just the viewers of Rock My Monkey TV?
Yeah, actually I wanted to say a big thanks to you guys for the interest in Nightrage and the video interview. And I would like to say a big hello to our all North American fans, and I hope they really like the new Insidious album, and I suggest them go and buy the album and support Nightrage.
Closing comments, sir?
Thank you, Seattle. You guys were good.
All right. Rock My Monkey TV. This is Nightrage. Go out and, like they say, go out and pick up the album Insidious. And And don't forget, rockmymonkey.com/TV. We got a really great contest that we're going to be announcing soon. It's tied into our new consumable product that we'll be announcing soon. So keep watching, rockmymonkey.com/TV.